Your thoughts on just the call-up itself?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of a little surprised. Well, I went to the rink yesterday for a game at 3, and Vogues brought me in, a coach down there, and just said, yeah, you're going up. And it was kind of like the last thing I expected, that day. But, I was super excited, and, just a lot of emotion.
What kind of season how would you describe the season you've had so far?
I mean, I feel like I've been playing my game. I feel like I've been playing well, and there's some off games and stuff and things that I'm still kind of working through, learning. But I feel overall it's pretty good.
Do you have an indication here on whether you're in the lineup tonight?
Not yet, but just wait it out here.
What is that in itself like? Not knowing, being up here and not knowing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm just happy to be here and to be able to kind of be with the guys and be in the NHL environment. That's all I can ask for. And obviously you want to play, but it'll be what it'll be.
Did Trent do anything special with delivering the message, or did he just tell you matter of fact?
He just called me in when I got to the rink, so he didn't call me before, so I guess he just waited for when I got into the rink. Yeah, face to face. Yeah.
Are your folks on the way? Your family on the way?
Yeah, they're coming just in case. Make sure.
Sweet. Did they have any trouble getting out?
I mean, flights from Winnipeg to here not that easy, but I think they left for like some 7 in the morning and get in here at like 5. So at least they'll make the game. But yeah.
And are they the first people you called when you heard the news?
Yeah. Dad was the first one I called, and I was just really excited to tell him I was going up.
Yeah. How does the conversation go when you maybe don't know if you're in or not?
I mean, they're just excited for me to get this call, and I mean, they've been asking. They've been wanting to know if I know, so they'll be the first ones I tell if I am.
When you played as well as you've been playing in Cleveland, how do you keep from wondering when the phone call is going to come, or is that always sort of in the back of your head?
I mean, you want to, the goal is to be at this level, and I'm trying to play towards that. But I mean, I just going with the mindset, get better every day, and I want to win down there too. If that's where I'm playing. So I mean, just going to the rink every day and just trying to get better and play my game.
How do you feel like this entire process has it helped you as far as like from draft day, going back to junior, doing all the stuff you did last year, now you're in the AHL, just kind of steadily progressing. Has it helped you become?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, even for myself, I feel like, from the start of camp, I've learned a ton, just from, being here through another camp, and then, obviously playing in the regular season and in pro hockey, it's definitely helped my game, and, I can, see a big difference from, especially when I was drafted here, and, the new things that I've learned and all that. It's a lot, but it's been a good development.
Have you enjoyed the process?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, being in here, and with the organization, it's awesome. Yeah.
How do you think the game will translate to the NHL? Can you play the same game as you're playing down the Cleveland?
I mean, I'm just going to try and play my game. Yeah. I mean, gotta watch the risks that you take, and when you're jumping and stuff like that. But I feel like in Cleveland, I've been doing a good job of that, and I think that's been something that I've worked at for the last couple of years, kind of learning, the way of, being able to do that at the pro level, not getting too aggressive. And I mean, I think that, I'm still able to do it at this level.
Is it a big transition from junior where you probably have the puck on your stick all the time? Just kind of look at your numbers last year.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely an adjustment from junior. Guys are in your face right away, and they're coming to hit you if you try and hold on to it for too long. So I mean, it's definitely a little bit of adjustment with that, but I mean, I try and just keep moving it quick.
Yeah, and it's only been 25 games in Cleveland, but just you kind of said how that has helped your game. But where do you think it's helped the most? Is it just getting used to pro hockey? Is it kind of
I think,
the schedule?
The lifestyle and everything. Living on your own. I think that was kind of the biggest adjustment that I've had so far. Is just trying to. Always making sure to plan my meals and everything like that. Living with families in the last couple of years in Moose Jaw, so it's it's a bit of a difference. And then obviously lots of games. I mean, in the Western League we play lots of games, but it's still a very busy schedule.
How do you manage the next couple hours, not knowing whether you're in or whether you're out?
Yeah. I mean, I think I just try and treat it like a game day. Try and maybe get some sleep. Probably not, but close my eyes for a bit. But yeah, that'd be just treat it like a normal game day. Yeah.
Have you kept your eye on the Blue Jackets a little bit as far as how they're doing, how their season's going, or is it just you really have to just kind of focus on your own?
No, I try and watch games when we're not playing, and if it's on, sometimes it's blacked out in Cleveland, but I'll try and watch it and everything like that. And yeah, I mean it's it's fun to keep up with.
Denton, you talked about how much you've changed since you were drafted, but you were a tough cut for the Blue Jackets last training camp. If you think back to then to where you are now, what's changed about you as a player?
Yeah, I think just I've rounded out my game. I think my shots has gotten a lot better. I think I'm able to beat goalies now a bit more clean. I think that's something that I've taken pride in working on in the last couple of years, and just keeping my gaps tight and things like that, shutting down plays quick. I feel like I've taken a step in that department.
Being from Winnipeg, I know the Montreal Canadiens have a lot of fans over there. Are there fans of Montreal in your family and friends and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some. I mean, I think they'll all be cheering for the Blue Jackets tonight. Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Got a lot of defensemen out there at skate. Who's in, who's out tonight?
We've got some decisions to make, right? As you guys know, I'm not going to go into all the details, but we've got some guys that are banged up, and it'll be game time decisions. Who plays in tonight's hockey game.
How does that impact whether or not Mateychuk's in or out?
We're going to have to decide who's in and who's out.
Okay. So he's not definite.
He's not definite in, he's not definite out.
Can you just speak to how hard it's been to wait to recall Mateychuk, given the way that he's played? Has that been a challenge to do right by that?
It's not hard. I mean, has he played really well down there? Sure. You guys, you probably read more than me. I watch a bit. By all indications, he's doing all the right things to develop as an NHL hockey player. And when that time to be here is, if it's this time, great. If it's not, he will be. We all expect and anticipate that he will be an NHL player for a long time. But yeah, it's part of the process. It's part of, what Don Waddell and upstairs believe in is, and as we've talked endlessly about earning and, all of those good things, he's doing all the right things to play here.
Dean, what about in net? Was the Jet recall in part due to injury? As well?
Jet's playing for sure.
Okay. Was his recall for injury in any way?
Banged up in some way.
Given the injuries that we saw, or I guess the way they got hurt, you would say, Fabro and Werenski, it's your top defense pairing. Both those guys, just the fact that they're questionable, that they may play tonight, do you feel a little bit fortunate, just given the way that they were injured in some of those things?
Yeah, certainly with Z, both obviously. They both had not pretty looking, incidents. So yeah, I mean, to have them both on the ice today is very encouraging, right? We talk about that all the time, like what the steps are to get back in the lineup, and that's obviously skating, and then practice like it was today. So yeah, we hope both will be in the lineup here tonight.
Hi, Dean. What's been the importance of Sean Monahan among your, especially for the center position on your roster?
Everything. Forget about position-wise. He's just been, a leader. Obviously, we've lost leadership in, Johnny Gaudreau and Boone Jenner and Erica Branson. All three leaders on our hockey club. So to have him come in and establish himself and take up that role up front, as Z kind of has on the back end, has been huge for us. To watch for a young player or an older player or a coach or anyone, to watch his preparation, his way he goes about his business to get on the ice and to play in the National Hockey League is as good as I've ever seen. So he does all the right things clearly on the ice, but what you guys don't see off of the ice, our players see and we see.
Yeah. Just quickly going back Werenski the last game. He plays 27 minutes, I believe. After
That's it?
27, actually.
He's supposed to be over 30.
Well, given he missed a few shifts, did he have to lobby to get back in that game at all, or is it just kind of one of those things where
No, he said, well, I'm going back in, and we said, okay.
That's what I was wondering.
Period, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know what's happened in the past, but I just know that he's played through some stuff already this year that has been very impressive. He's a hockey player, right? Just wants to play hockey. Hopefully he can play hockey tonight. Thanks, crew.